to rescue victims of a migrant boat that sank. Dozens of mainly Syrian and Palestinian migrants are reported dead and many more missing. And authorities in Damascus say a mortar attack in the center of the capital has killed one and left numerous others injured. We have more on those stories and others in this DWTV News Roundup.
People have drowned after another boat carrying refugees went down in the Mediterranean Sea. The Coast Guard says about 200 survivors were plucked from the waters between Malta and Lampedusa. The mayor of the Italian island issued a plea for help.
Lampedusa can't take any more of this. Europe needs to... Lampedusa is too small, both to represent a border and to endure this dreadful tragedy.
The shipwreck is the third since the start of the month, tragedies that have left more than 400 people dead.
India has evacuated 500,000 people as super cyclone Pailin bears down on its eastern coast. Heavy rain and wind are already battering the states of Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Authorities are expecting a 3-meter-high storm surge and extensive damage. 2 mortar rounds have reportedly struck central Damascus. Syrian state TV says a child was killed and 11 people injured as the shells hit near a school. The area is close to the hotel where inspectors from the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons are based. It was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize on Friday in recognition of its work overseeing the destruction of the Syrian regime's chemical arsenal. WikiLeaks has released a video showing fugitive intelligence analyst Edward Snowden receiving an award at an undisclosed location. The video is believed to have been shot earlier this week. It shows former CIA officers giving Snowden the Sam Adams Award. It was named after a CIA analyst who challenged the U.S. government during the Vietnam War. Snowden is living in Russia under asylum protection after he revealed details of U.S. spying on citizens.
In soccer, Germany have booked their ticket to the World Cup finals to be held in Brazil in 2014. They beat underdogs Ireland 3-0 in Friday's Group C qualifying match. That puts 3-time world champions Germany at the top of their group with 1 game still to play.
And finally, in Formula One, Red Bull's Mark Webber took pole position for Sunday's Japanese Grand Prix. His teammate Sebastian Vettel is set to start second, with Britain's Lewis Hamilton starting third for Mercedes.
And before we leave, a quick reminder of our top stories. President Jammeh has joined his fellow African leaders in Addis Ababa for a day's special summit where leaders issued a joint communique vowing to never condone the indictment of any sitting head of state on the continent. Celebrants marking the Day of the Girl Child are calling for increased opportunities for the advancement of the welfare of girls in society. Cyclone Failing is sweeping across India, bringing with it mayhem and misery as hundreds of thousands of people are evacuated to avoid a human catastrophe in India's east coast. And Italian and Maltese Coast Guards have made frantic overnight searches to rescue survivors of the latest boat accident off the coast of Lampedusa. That does it for today's edition of the News at 12. Thanks for joining us, and I am Fatou Jane. Until then, it's a bye from me.
In store for you today. If you're feeling low or looking for a second chance in life, you have come to the right place. Coming up, a rising star in hip-hop goes from opening act to headliner, outselling some of the biggest names in music. Plus, a man's life is radically transformed by a television program, and a young woman uses her body to manipulate men.